channel. Today we're going to be building toss the ping pong ball up and into the top and the thing and the opening, and it goes down to the ding and it comes out the bottom. Game! So, yeah, today we're building a game. What's really cool is that Nick had kind of thought, like, we should build like a Plinko type game. Yep, name of that show. Price is Right, that's the one.
You got it.
Got it, nailed it.
So,
So,
peace, Bob
he's not dead.
His career is.
Oh yeah. Is he dead?
No, he's dead.
No.
Yes, he is.
No. Is Bob Barker dead?
Bob Barker is still alive, as far as I know.
What does that mean?
As far as I know.
So as far as Australian male Bob Barker knows.
Holy sh! Now that we have that out of the way.
Yeah, so Nick had an idea for a game, and we met up for lunch. I was like, hey, why don't we do this? And then he showed me his notebook, and we had the exact same idea. So we're going to go ahead and build it. Some of it we've already done. The design of the sides is already drawn. We're still going to go over the measurements of what we did, so if you want to build one similar or like it, you'll have that information. As far as the full list of materials that you're going to be needing,
the sides will start out with a 1x6 by 8 piece of whiteboard. Then we have the 2 by 4 foot piece of birch ply for the back. Then we have it was 28 by 30 inch piece of acrylic that's 0.080 inches thick. And then we have a bunch of 3/16 dowels that we're going to be cutting up to use. And then
the inside. And then we also have a leftover piece of 1x8.
Whoa! Hold on a minute. I forgot. Rudolph
What?
has a present for you. Let me just clean it up a bit. I forgot about that. Sorry, Rudolph. Because we're all about being cheerful.
So, for the bottom, we'll be using a leftover piece of 1x8. And if you don't mind, we'll go ahead and get started now. Good with that? I'm jingling. Let's get started.
As Corey said, we pre-made all of our measurements just because it was difficult to get everything on camera, but we'll explain them here. So we'll start at the bottom. Right here we have a 3-inch measurement showing all the way across. That's going to be what we attach to our base. And then the full length of the 48-inch board is going to be a cut at 3 inches. And that will be our channel for the plexiglass all the way down. So after that we have a 3 1/4 inch cut that starts after our 3 inch from the bottom. That will go all the way to 33 inches. At our 33 inch mark, we do a 45-degree angle out, and that's where we cut our excess wood out. So the rest of this board is going to be used for the side. You can also see here that we have a 45-degree angle in there, and that's going to be for another piece of acrylic that we're going to be using to kind of help with the backsplash on the game itself. As far as that goes, we have a few design ideas per se for what we're going to do to make it look a little more finished. That's going to be this mark right here we're going to follow. That was done with the bottom of a 5-gallon pail. And then here we're going to be showing how we did this in a cut where we just use a Genesee beer glass to kind of finish that up. And we're going to be freehanding that on the Blade Runner X2. Let's get started. So there we have our first cut. It's definitely not the prettiest thing. I gotta say that freehanding is a little more difficult because I've never freehanded before. I'm sure Corey hasn't either. You can definitely see where I was forcing the blade in which direction to go, so it's not very smooth. And then you can see where I finally kind of figured it out towards the end. And still making those curves is a little bit difficult, but this isn't really too much to worry about, just because this is really what we're aiming for right here. So this is just added material. So Corey will give it a shot. I'll record him, and we'll see how his comes out.
Well, let's go. See how it works. We'll see how this goes. A little rough, but I think it came out pretty nice. Right?
Force any of those cuts? Nope.
No.
Well, Corey wins this round of a game that he didn't know we were playing. How do you feel?
Awesome.
Deal with it, you know.
Oh, let's go.
Alright, well, let's go.
That is right on the money.
Alright. We're gonna give the same thing to the we're gonna do the same thing to the other side and go from there. Start assembling.
Alright, so here we have the back of our board. We're going to make a measurement 35 inches from the top as we're going to start our dowels. And we're going to do it every 2 inches all the way down to 3 inches. And for our dowels to have good spacing, they're going to be 2 inches apart width-wise as well. So from the edge, we're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. And then on the next line, we do 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. So if we look here, we kind of did a triangle. Lets us know we have plenty of space for that ping pong ball to go through. And when it hits the next one, it's not going to be until down here. So if it makes it here, it's going to hit, and it's going to go wherever. So we're going to go ahead and time-lapse this, because this is going to be very long and boring. And we'll see you on the other side.
Wish us luck. Rudolph, calm the down.
Diarrhea! So right now we're making a grid and we're circling the holes that we're going to be drilling out every 2 inches down, but every inch we're alternating where the pegs are going to go. So we're just circling that now, make it easier to see later on.
Alright, so we went through and pre-drilled the back of the board so we could drill the 3/16 through the front so it doesn't splinter through. We went through and cut all of our dowels and did a pre-video so we didn't have to have too much time-lapse crap in there. Now we're going to start drilling.
Enjoy.
Time-lapse time. Time.
Alright, so we've drilled them all out. Now we're going to use the rubber mallets and pound them in and see how it comes out.
All these dowels.
And then we'll assemble the sides and put the bottom and top on.
All these holes.
All the dowels. Let's do it. I'm not holding that.
Yes, you are.
Alright, so as you can see here, we have the dowels all secured to the actual game itself. All that's really left is to secure the sides and the back. To do that, we're going to be using some Gorilla Glue.
And a brand nailer.
So, the only thing that we'd recommend for putting on the bottom, make sure that the game is centered with the board itself. Because if it's not centered, it's probably going to tip over.
Definitely a top-heavy game.
Quite top-heavy. So, we're going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll be ready to play. Right?
Woo! So, for the most part, we're going to try to catch it all on this, but we're probably going to catch it on here. We're just going to run one bead down each side. Just has a little added stability.
Slam dunk! Flip this up. Is it even with the bottom of it?
Bottom.
Alright, so that's one side. Essentially all we're going to do is literally the exact same thing with the other. We're going to film that one because I think that went pretty well, right? So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the other side and we should be okay with the sides.
So we're going to start by drilling 3 holes into the base so we can measure out the pilot holes to attach it to the rest of the system, game, whatever. So we're going to start. We're going to do 3 on each side to attach it. And put it up to the bottom of the game so we can measure the pilot holes. And then we'll screw it in. What I'm going to do.
Bird! Alright. Now make sure when you're doing those pilot holes, make sure it drills nice and crooked.
My specialty.
Alright, so we have our sheet of acrylic and we're going to make it a width of 23 and 3/16. So we have our measurements made. Now we're just going to go ahead and clamp it to our surface. Make sure we have a nice straight line. Score it, cut it.
Alright, so once you have it scored, which apparently I've pretty much just cut through it. Once you have it scored, you put it towards an edge, and then you just kind of give it some firm pressure and it should pop right off. So I don't need it. I just left you hanging. How's that make you feel? So there you go. So this is going to be a measured piece that we're going to use. And this will be cut again to size for the angled piece.
It sings.
Damn. That's amazing. Alright, let's do it from the side. Flip it up.
Alright.
Some countries, they consider that a lethal weapon.
Great movie, by the way.
Christmas.
Oh, something louder. Daniel?
Danny.
All
Alright, let's do it.
So thanks everybody for tuning into this week's episode of the Man Card Channel. We hope you enjoyed it. If you guys do happen to give this a shot on your own, please let us know how it turns out.
We'd also like to thank Tyler for joining us all the way from Canada this weekend, helping us finish up the project, do a little film work, do a little handiwork. So that was awesome, as always.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram for updates and shenanigans.
At the end of the video, you can go ahead and click here to subscribe, or to view the last video, you can click over here. This is Nick.
This is Tyler.
And this is Corey.
And this is the Man Card Channel. Signing off.
I missed you!
Dang it!
Oh my god! Tyler!
Tyler down!
Oh my god, are you alright?
I'm so strong.
Tyler's doing so right.
It's Ben!
Build Canadian strong!